No. Tell you. Hello? There he goes. I do not know where the camera is. Where is the camera? Oh. What's up, guys? Sorry, hold on. Give me a few minutes just to fix this camera. How you guys doing? I'm gonna have to switch this up to... I don't know. I'm gonna put it right fucking here in front of me. So we're gonna jump straight in here. We're gonna go with the, I can't remember what you call it, the M something. Here I'm coming from the left side.
The enemy is in the lead.
Oh shit. Damn it. So I'm gonna be sniper trained just a little bit. Dang, I have a bunch of skin problems. Looks like I have a fucking pimple on my neck.
Our side is in the lead. Our side is in the lead. The enemy is in the lead. The enemy is in the lead.
Oh shit.
Our side is in the lead.
What I'm gonna do is stay on the outside of the map now. That's way too many times that I've died just because of close quarters.
Take him out!
Fuck, man. I wanted to get him in the face and I didn't shoot him. Oh well. But fuck. I shot the guy, but it didn't get him. Yeah, every time I shave, I have skin irritations, and it fucks with my skin.
Halfway there. Keep it up.
Ah. Oh, crazy week, man. I don't have a ride. Well, I got a ride to work, but I don't have a ride home yet. Oh, shit. Hey.
That's a trash here.
What?
He helped me pop the clutch and we got it over, so.
Oh, really?
That's one of their scouts.
Right now. I'm only down for a little bit. So, did your friend call you yet?
I called him and gave him a message.
Told him that you don't need a ride home, a ride to it, you just need one home tonight?
Yep.
Okay.
Fuck, I just missed him.
Here's a grenade for it. I can see an enemy scout.
Crazy shit, man. I should have went with him so I can help him out with that damn truck.
We have almost won.
What's happening? I'm here! Medic!
Don't look at it!
There we go.
Enemy machine gun sighted. They need a medic over here.
Fuck, man, the own guy's trying to shoot me. The only problem with hardcore is you can't see who. Yeah, see this shit, man? Oh, man.
That's an enemy scout.
Damn it. Now let's see how we're doing up in this. See what time it is. It's only 10, man. I woke up at 9. I took a shower, got ready. I'm pretty much ready for work. Let's see the stats. 14. 15 and 10. I just got into the match like halfway into it. So let's see what happens when I go to a fresh match, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to also look up a Sniper Elite 4 review. Tell you what, I want to get the game, but I'm going to wait for it to go on sale. And, absolutely. Absolutely. You know why I'm checking, you know why I'm checking it up? It's because I'm wondering about it. For a review. IGN, GameSpot, Game Radar. Five months ago.
The enemies have struck first. The enemy is in the lead.
Hold on.
Letting you play Puppet Master is by far its best trick.
Our side is in the lead.
Full of gravity and your rifle's muzzle velocity. And that's just for the standard difficulty. For authentic mode, you'll also deal with wind direction, ammo scarcity, and more.
The enemy is in the
It sounds
lead.
cumbersome, but it's fun to experiment and improve within those constraints. You have the tools to go full Dark Knight on these guys. Once you're comfortable, you can set up satisfying kills like dominoes. For example, after killing a Nazi officer, I set up a trap, moved his body into the open, and lured a guard to his death. Outsmarting the enemy AI in new and interesting ways didn't get old over 14 hours. There's a side effect to such a wealth of options, though. The difference between difficulty modes is sharp, so your efforts to play smart can feel wasted unless you crank it up. On normal mode, if you blow your cover, you can just gun everyone down. And unless you're bent on playing like a masochist, many of Sniper Elite 4's options become a take it or leave it affair. The humdrum World War II story is spread across 8 huge campaign levels, and it packs in tons of variety, taking you to a remote island, a radar facility, and other locales. Though they were all over an hour long, they didn't drag on. Each one begins with a few primary objectives, Nazis to kill generally, and some secondary tasks like destroying a downed plane. Then it lets you put on your grown-up fatigues and go, leaving the minutia of how to get the job done up to you. It prompts you to try new things with mechanics that are unique to each level. One map has a massive railgun that fires at regular intervals, and you can sink your shots with it to stay hidden. I spent most of my early time in each mission hiding in foliage, tagging everything of note with binoculars. It might sound menial, but it's actually fun when you know your prep work matters. And when you spend so much time just looking around, it's great to see new sights. It's a shame not as much variety was extended to your weapons themselves. With most firearms, the differences between them are too small to notice.
The enemy is in the lead.
Sniper Elite 4 has a handful of great ways to play alongside a friend, and it's just as flexible as when you're playing solo.
The enemy is in
Guns
the
blazing
lead.
works, but splitting up is much more interesting. If you're apart, you can take turns making noise and ping-ponging enemies back and forth. The lack of rules feels like a challenge to experiment. My favorite use of co-op in Sniper Elite 4 is Survival, which is a variant of Gears of War's Horde mode. Played with up to 4, enemies come at you in 12 waves, each more difficult. The action is faster and more focused, but it doesn't sacrifice the
The
experimental
enemy is in
nature.
the lead.
And if the enemy takes control of your supply station, the pace of the match dynamically changes from holdout defense
The enemy
to
is in
guerrilla
the
warfare
lead.
offense. Competitive multiplayer is more hit or miss, depending on the modes. Sniper Elite 4 works best when you're dealing with enemies of habit, which human players aren't. But the slower, longer-range warfare mode is great because it's thrilling to know that even the slightest movement can tip off your location. Control mode is also a highlight because having a highly contested objective area keeps the action funneled and fast.
Yeah, you know, Sniper Elite.
Lots of games claim to let you play how you want to play, but Sniper Elite 4's missions and mechanics actually deliver. Though it doesn't always reward your efforts, the way it encourages you to stay mindful, experiment, and improve is a refreshing vote of confidence. For more on Sniper Elite 4, keep it locked and loaded to IGN.
He's got me! Not as needed! I need ammo! I need ammo! Ammo, anyone? That son of a bitch is an enemy medic! Yeah, enemy medic right over there!
Our side is in the lead. The
Ammo,
enemy is
throw
in
me
the
some
lead.
ammo! Who's got ammo?
The enemy is in the lead.
Final Fantasy 15. Download and play now. Free from the App Store.
GameX presents another episode of Before You Buy, the show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our thoughts on the latest games releasing. It's me, Jake, and today we're talking about Sniper Elite 4. Sniper Elite 4 is all about shooting
Our side
Nazis.
is in the
That's
lead.
it. It's World War II, you're American sniper Carl Fairburn, and you're drafted to
Damn
enemy
it.
territories to do some damage. That's it. There's no sweeping story, no fascinating characters, just gameplay here. And while the gameplay seems very familiar to Sniper Elite 3, a few crucial changes make this a much better game than its predecessors. The biggest change to Sniper Elite 4 is basically an open-ended, semi-open world game. There are larger open world maps this time around that make approaching conflict completely non-linear, almost similar to the newest Hitman game, which I totally love. And in this game, it's really the player freedom that shines. Sniping is, of course, you know, the main event. It's the name of the game. But you're also given enough in terms of gadgets and close quarters capability to get the job done however you please.
I don't have any more. As far as I know, maybe they're in my my bags in the other room.
Traverse the environment however you really want. It's brutal.
Because I haven't took out any of those, and my newest socks are the ones I bought from Walmart. So I don't know.
Or, you know, low budget, but it really won't matter when you're playing. The game has 8 campaign levels that are honestly extremely lengthy. Each campaign level is markedly different and is basically its own little self-contained open world. And like I said, those campaign missions are extremely lengthy. You can spend like 2 hours in one of these campaign levels. The game drops you in with vague circles on your maps as like a rough guideline of where to go, and then the rest is completely up to you. If you're into these type of stealth games, maybe if you really like Metal Gear Solid 5, this will be your jam. It's all about sitting around, plotting out, using your binoculars, seeing the guards, and then planning and taking your approach. But then of course there's always the circumstance where things can go wrong, and then you gotta shoot your way out. If you get seen, you can also run away and hide, and that's where the AI is probably not as realistic as you would expect. But otherwise, artificial intelligence has improved from a previous game. While you're running around the map, there are also side objectives that are pretty basic, but they do gain you a lot, and thankfully they are kind of varied between the levels, and they're just a slight step above feeling like dumb busy work that it basically is, but it's still fun to tackle them. But I gotta say, the Italy setting is the most welcome change, because, you know, honestly, it's an area not explored as often in popular World War II media. And thankfully, the game also manages to make each of the 8 maps look and feel pretty different, from cities, small towns, plains, coastal areas, mountains, and different times of day. But like I said in the intro, if you're coming for story, you shouldn't really bother. Carl Fairburn is just a generic soldier sniper man, and the game basically just kicks off with like a, today in World War II, we're going to do this now, which is fine. It gets the job done. It's a setup, but what's there is bare bones and passable. Now, of course, if you guys know anything about the Sniper Elite games, you know about the kill cam that shows your sniper kills and even your close quarters kills with brutal X-ray graphical intensity in all its glory. You're smashing through skulls, you're exploding stomachs and lungs and hearts, and you're also shooting Nazis right in the balls. The question I've been seeing a lot of people asking is, does that kill cam get old? Thankfully, no. Honestly, I don't think it does. There's enough slight variations in the kill cam that keep it refreshing, and it doesn't always activate in certain instances, but still, you have the ability to turn it off, thankfully. But for me personally, playing a bajillion hours of Sniper Elite 3 and now a bunch of 4, the kill cam just still doesn't get old. I guess I just like headshotting Nazis. I don't know. It's also absolutely worth mentioning that you can play the campaign missions co-op via online, and it's as good as you would imagine. Sometimes the AI seems to have a hard time managing back and forth who to hunt down if you're split up, but it's not quite as far as broken, and it's all still fun as hell. There's also a competitive mode that didn't feel quite as strong as I was hoping, but then there's also a wave-based mode called Survival. Think of Gears.
Did I just take out 2 of them?
Snipers. I honestly kind of love it. But the way the
I think I just shot both of those guys with 1 shot.
You don't feel pressure to use the massive amounts of tools and gadgets that are immediately at your disposal, which feels a little bit like a missed opportunity.
Let me go check.
However, that can change. Hard mode is the better way to play. The back and forth between each. It is somewhat challenging and a total breeze. Hard mode really ups the importance of the sniper mechanics, and that's where the game really becomes what it is, a sniping game. It doesn't make it completely one-to-one realistic, but it does add some realism. Just some of the gameplay elements, and it's honestly a really strong playthrough. But it's amazing how deeply different the gameplay is between difficulties. It's impressive that the game...
That's strange. I think I just shot both of them.
Need help!
For that, there's authentic mode, which,
wounded.
you know, it's
I need treatment.
on hardcore realism and bullet, health, AI, and sniping, and weather mechanics, and gravity, and everything. I still think this mode could be enjoyable by people if you like taking the game slow. If you're nervous and you don't usually go for the hardest mode in the game, I think you bounces back and forth between each. It's somewhat challenging and a total breeze. Hard mode really ups the importance of the sniper mechanics, and that's where the game really becomes what it is, a sniping game. It doesn't make it completely one-to-one realistic, but it does add some realism. Just some of the gameplay elements, and it's honestly a really strong playthrough. But it's amazing how deeply different the gameplay is between difficulties. It's impressive that the game works for the average player, the hard player, and then the achievement-loving masochists. For that, there's authentic mode, which, you know, puts such an emphasis on hardcore realism and bullet, health, AI, and sniping, and weather mechanics, and gravity, and everything. I still think this mode can be enjoyable by people if you like taking the game slow.
Damn!
If you're nervous and you don't usually
I had like 4 people in front of me.
I think you should still dip your toes into this mode and give it a try. My one other criticism is I wish progression felt a bit stronger and fleshed out. There's a ranking system with weapon upgrades unlocked.
Oh shit.
But it all just still feels very on the back burner. In certain games like this, I like to feel more of a stronger sense of
Super
progression.
bum
Besides
fucking
that,
got me
like
with
open world
a
stealth,
explosive.
shooting, and just some of the gameplay elements, and it's honestly a really strong playthrough. But it's amazing how deeply different the
right there.
gameplay is between difficulties. It's impressive that the game works for the average player, the hardened player, and then the achievement-loving masochists. For that, there's authentic. And that's where the game really goes into this mode and give it a try. My one other criticism is that I wish progression felt a bit stronger and fleshed out. There's a ranking system with weapon upgrades, unlocks, and skins, but it all just still feels very on the back burner. In certain games like this, I like to feel more of a stronger sense of progression. But besides that, if you like open world stealth, shooting, and some solid sniping mechanics, this is a game that's going to keep you busy for a long time. While it's very simple, and to some people it may seem one note, but sandbox gameplay is strong and fun as hell. The gameplay will make even some of the more careless players methodical players overnight. But ladies and gents, that's Sniper Elite 4. You know, before you
Damn it.
works, I'll give you some pros, some cons, the setup, and then my own personal opinion.
I'm taking a fucking full group of team
Down in
on.
the comments, what do you think about Sniper Elite, especially since it's always been kind of a budget game series? Between 3 and 4, it's really been coming into its own. I want to know what you think. If you're a veteran in the series, how do you feel about 4? And if you've never played these games before, what are you thinking?
I'm a veteran of Sniper Elite. I own V3. I don't play it that much, but you know, I don't think they should come out with another Sniper Elite until they're ready for a really good, really good follow-up.
We put out videos every single day. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
They need to do brand new things with it. Whoa. 16 kills with 6 shots, 6 deaths. I should have put those guys on fire, to tell you the truth.
Lord, we don't need another mountain.
Game Ranks presents another episode of the show where we give you some straight-up gameplay and our thoughts on the latest games releasing. Today we're talking about Hitman, the complete first season. I don't know if you guys know, but the game has been released episodically throughout the course of a year, and now the game is getting its final full release. If you are a console player, you're now able to go into a store and buy a disc-based version of this game. So that was a good reason. We've decided to revisit Hitman because I covered the first episode way back when, almost a year ago, in a Before You Buy. And looking back, it's very hard to judge the entire game from then. Back when I first played it, I thought it was solid Hitman gameplay that was unfortunately hampered by the decision to release it episodically. After another episode or two released, I realized I was totally wrong. Hitman 2016 turned out to be one of the only good examples of how to break up a game and release it episodically, at least in this instance, because it's very non-traditional. Now, while I still would have enjoyed a full game release straight up as normal, which many people picking it up for the first time are now going to get, the things IO Interactive did with the release format makes it feel much more justified. This Hitman game feels like it emphasizes gameplay over anything else. More than any other Hitman game before it, the focus is super concentrated here on learning the ins and outs of like the really big levels, and using an open-ended amount of ways to accomplish your objectives, which all usually around killing dudes. Now the magic here is really behind the curtain and once you get into the meat of things, because Hitman looks somewhat realistic and serious, but the gameplay itself doesn't take itself seriously, and that makes the whole thing refreshing as hell. You're doing goofy, unrealistic things, let's be real. The characters in the game, the AI, can be kind of dumb. You kill people in cartoonish ways. But that's not really criticism, it's just the style of Hitman. And despite some faults that some hardcore stealth players can find, you have to admit though, it still manages to be a really challenging and satisfying game. This game is incredibly difficult, and while objectives and guide markers that previous Hitman games didn't have may make you feel like your hand is being held a bit too much, you realize that this game does just throw you to the wolves, and it's up to you to figure out what you want to do and how you want to tackle any objective. If you are a console player and you are to buy the complete first season, you get the intro stuff, you get the Paris map, Sapienza, Vicenza, Marrakesh, Colorado, and Hokkaido. You also get a few download codes for some DLC type stuff like new items and new suits. And it's also worth mentioning that while most of the game is a big install on your console, there's also still a 12 gig patch or something to download. That's just me letting you know that, but that's besides the point. What I was trying to say is that the levels here are gorgeous, and not just how they look, but how they're designed. With each level and the menu that you look at the level, there's so many options and modes and ways to play that are thankfully actually pretty engaging thanks to a reward track called Mastery, which through that and playing through levels you can earn and unlock different tools and scenarios to tackle a level. And that's what makes it good. As open-ended as it is, you're always working towards something, and it's going to take you a long time to master each and every individual level. And if you're into that type of thing, and this Hitman game is very much based around replaying levels and replay value, you're going to get a lot of gameplay out of this. Now, I will acknowledge as a person who's been playing Hitman from the beginning, it's a little bit of a far cry from how the previous Hitman games were designed. You know, you just play through each level. But I think what the developers are leading on here is the fact that people would play all the Hitman levels and then go back and immediately replay the story again. And that gameplay, like I said, is what they're really emphasizing here. I will say, though, that because of that and because of the episodic nature of this game, the story really suffered. You do get cutscenes setting up and ending every single chapter, but I'm going to be honest, to me at least, they were totally lame and did nothing. While the previous game, Hitman Absolution, went overboard, this new Hitman game was too little too late, and none of it really stacks up to the old Hitman games, even though they didn't have much going on either. But like I said, this Hitman is all gameplay, so someone looking for a cohesive narrative and story, you might be a little let down. In terms of how it actually plays, it plays like a Hitman game. If you've never played a Hitman game before, know that it's a little bit more emphasizing slow-paced, walking and movement and disguising yourself and slowly getting around a level through social interactions or through sneaking around. And it all plays just as well as any other fine-tuned Hitman game would. I will say that they changed the shooting this time around, and while you don't fire your gun often, the aiming and everything just doesn't feel completely right to me, but maybe that's just a personal taste. It's also worth mentioning all the extra stuff you get and the reasons to keep replaying levels. There's escalations that add a bit more fun factor, I guess, a challenge by making you carry out an assassination 5 different times, and it gets harder and harder each time and more complex. There's also the new professional difficulty mode, and I only just recently figured out that comes with its own separate mastery track, so if you're a real completionist, that's right up your alley. Then, of course, there's the elusive targets, which have been absolutely awesome in giving this game life while it was an episodic game, and Square Enix tells me that they are still going to be putting out elusive targets. It's still going to be event-based, thankfully. And then, of course, there's also community-created challenges, some of which are pretty decent. There's some shitty, boring ones there, but I guess it's a nice little feature if that's your thing. But if you can't tell, I really enjoy Hitman. We all did here at Game Ranks when we were delivering our Game of the Year list. It came very high on our list. It's a good game that makes you actually have to use your brain and be patient. And
My equilibrium's off, so I'm walking here. I walked all the way to work like this, okay?
There's a lot of gameplay here, and it's all really special. But that's it, guys. You know how Before You Buy works. I give you some pros, some cons, and some personal opinion thrown in there, but now I definitely want to hear yours. Whether or not you've been playing the game. If you've been playing
Is he also picking me up?
I want to hear from you. Has it held up? And if you haven't touched it at all, now that it's on a disc or a physical release, or you can just play through it all on your PC, are you going to give it a shot? If you have any complaints about the game, let me know, but also let me know your favorite way to take out a target. I definitely want to hear that. I think mine involves sushi in Hokkaido, but I don't really want to spoil anything. Let me know anything you want about Hitman down in the comments. I'll be there, but I'll also be on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino if you have any questions as well. You guys know the deal, though, by now. Clicking the like button helps us out, and if you're new, subscribing is a good idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. We're actually putting out more Before You Buys if you haven't noticed. But as always, I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
What the fuck? Man, I suck.
Halfway there. Keep it up.
Someone patch me up. I need a medic over here. Enemy medic sighted.
Fuck. Yeah, I'll miss a bunch, but I'll get them. I'll get them.
In the lead.
A little bit, so you tell me if you need more, okay? Because I had to fill up the
enemy is in the lead.
An enemy soldier.
Our side is in the lead.
Damn. Fighting the fucking gun.
Our side is.
Why didn't that guy just get him? It's on top of the fucking. What the fuck, dude? Okay. Yeah, the last few days I've been getting pretty angry at work because supposed to be training these two guys, but the thing is, every time they schedule me to train them, they change the schedule on me without talking to me first. And then after the fact of where I come up and complain, they say, it's because I asked you to do this. I'm like, no, you didn't. I didn't. Nobody talked to me, and you guys just had me do something I wasn't. I don't know. That place is just pissing me off. They change things way too much, way too frequently. It's not professional. It doesn't even seem professional what they're doing. Oh shit. Oh, fucking guys shouldn't do that ever again. He is creeping up on me and there's... So yeah, I'm not gonna get mad today about if I am not training anybody because it's just that's 2 days of training that those guys could have had, and you can't blame me for what these guys, well, my bosses or
See, there, medic.
Oh. Yeah, it's kind of like they put me as training, then they switch me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I don't remember if it was a co-op or not." These guys know what those positions are. They already know what a co-op is and what a trainer. I didn't certify those guys to work alone yet. They're capable of working alone, but it doesn't mean they're gonna be good. And especially on that paper, I said no to certification yet because it's the second week. You know what they did? They rushed them. They're rushing them into certification so quick because of their orders. It's because of what their choices are, and because this whole week's supposed to be something called Fox Blocks, where we do the Fox Blocks. Thing is, ever since Monday, we only started doing it yesterday. Nobody was on Fox Blocks on Monday. Something's going on first shift. Like they either lost a lot of people or they're just not doing it. Because I heard that they were training people, overhearing Tanner and first shift, Tanner Hatfield. I'm a different Tanner. Tanner Hatfield's my supervisor for first and second shift. So what happens is they are just bullshitting. It's like they're bullshitting the entire thing. Because the trainers train these guys to do the job, and then what they're doing is they're accidentally messing up on the blocks. So what the machine mechanic guys do is they go, okay, fuck this shit. I can't keep going to the machine every 5 seconds. Then they turn off the machine and put them on something else. Then they say, well, what are you capable of doing? If you're incapable of doing the job, you know, of course they're gonna fucking say something like that. I was gonna fucking knife them. Yeah, if you're incapable of doing it, we have to figure this out because it's so hard on you, kind of shit. It's kind of like treating the coworker kind of like crap. It's only their second week. You know, you're supposed to give them a chance. Fuck you, guy. Ooh. And what I'm looking at is like they don't give people chances all that much. It's just like they ain't doing it, get them out of here. Or we're gonna have a talk to him. We're gonna have a talk with him to see if he can do it or not. And if he can't do it, he's out. And I don't know. This week's been crazy. Yesterday I was like angry. No, the fucking team leader did not come up to me and say, "Hey Tanner, can you work this position?" No. Oh shit. No, that's not how that happened. It was just they just put me in the position to work the co-op. Yeah. That's what really happened. They put me there on purpose. If you look at the schedule, I'm supposed to be training. Why am I not training? I saw something over there.
A scout, you can see it.
It's almost like they're trying to get me off of training. Because they're not letting me train. And I didn't certify these guys to work alone. Tell you what, Hatfield did it. Crazy thing about Liddell is not very great at scheduling, and he has to ask the machine operators what's going on. It's because I'm not very good with things either, and I have to ask Liddell.
Our side is in the lead.
Yeah. I asked him, hey man, what trays do I need for this? Because I don't know. Guess why I don't know? It's because they don't put those, the information in all the places on those machines. So it's kind of like hard for a person to go, oh yeah. They just want to make everything your fault if you don't know how to do it. Just the way it seems, man. I know. So what I'm gonna do today is if they don't really have me training them, then I'm not gonna train them. I'm just gonna work with them. Go, look, I haven't been able to train them the whole week. They've been putting me in different spots. I have not been able to train. And it's not my fault. It's whoever's doing the schedule. So I'm not supposed to fix what somebody else is doing or telling me what to do. I'm not the boss. I'm going to be patient. I'm not supposed to be put in their positions, you know, to, you can't train and be a primary worker in a co-op position at the same time. Guess why? Because it's two jobs. It's two jobs. Now, it would have been better if they put both the guys in at the position where I was at instead of making the other guy work alone. Fuck. Yeah. That's all I had to do. And then I could have done the 5 up. On the other stack, and I could have helped them out at the same time. But, people are not good with some things that it's what they need to work on. I'm not perfect either, man. I'm not saying that. Working on the production floor, it's hard to learn what every tray is called and then what everything belongs to. Because they don't make it easy on you to learn.
You see him? One of their soldiers. Watch out, a soldier! Sighted! An enemy soldier!
Halfway there. Keep it
I'm
up.
looking right at an enemy soldier! I can see one of their soldiers.
What they're trying to do is either have me quit my job because of their confusion of me. They're confusing me of what I'm supposed to do. Or they want me to quit my job. Oops. I do that sometimes, guys. I fucking press the wrong button. You know what? I don't even think my job's in the line of fire. If it is, it's not my fault. I'm trying to fucking understand situations where I'm not being talked to about it. Because they really don't talk to you. What they do is they throw you in the position and you're like, huh. Hey, look, wasn't I supposed to be training today? Look at the schedule.
Enemy scout! Sighted!
Oh, shit.
The enemy is in the lead.
Damn it.
Our side is in the lead. Our side is in the lead.
Spotted a soldier.
Our side is in the lead. The enemy is in the lead.
Oh, are you fucking serious? But you guys have to understand. This is the second week of training and I haven't trained them for 2 days because of my boss or somebody doing a bullshit move. So if I can't train them in the position that I'm supposed to, then it's their fault. I'm just going to say, look, it's not my fault if they're not trained on something. Yeah. And I have to sit there and talk to you other individuals about it.
The enemies have almost won.
Tell you what, I ain't gonna worry, because what I'm gonna say on the paper about training them is that they have not let me train. They keep changing the schedule on me each day, so I don't know what's going on. Bob? Hello? 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 Dang it. Hello?
Look sharp! That soldier's one of theirs.
That guy's... Hello? Hey, Bob, the phone is not working. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, you like called me twice. What's going on, dude? Alright, so what's going on?
Well, for the past, I would say, ever since, my fiance died.
Watch it, there's a scout.
I would say from that very night that I found out about it, the FBI has been talking.
Yeah.
And
Enemy soldier,
I'm sure you
sighted.
know that, right?
So what about Jackie? What's going on?
Like, something in the air about, like, that's really genuinely interested in me, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I wasn't. We hung out, we hung out on Sunday, and everything was so great, and well, it's like, yesterday it didn't look different.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bob, you know she's married.
Bullshit. I know she's married, but she's separated, and like, she's doing it first.
Hold on, she's getting a divorce? No, I don't know what's going on with her. I'll tell you what, man. I don't know if that's gonna happen. So don't just jump to conclusions and just try and do things, because you might as well just wait until their shit is done with. If that's what you think you should do, but it's up to you, dude, and her. It's not my. Well, you guys hanged out. Nothing happened other than that, right? Oh, okay, so it was mutual. Okay. And then what happened? So pretty much she's still with the guy and she didn't want to cheat on him and she feels guilty about kissing you. Yeah, but things change in just like 10 minutes. They're still together, yeah. And they haven't lived through their divorce yet, so I think you should just wait for that to happen and get done with. But if it doesn't happen, then she's gonna probably be staying with Sam. Court. Yeah, legal shit. Well, Bob, don't worry about it. I know maybe she does want, I don't know, doing something with somebody else probably might want her to go back to somebody, but she doesn't want to talk to you. Do you know what that means? Okay, so there was no issue, right? So does she have bipolar? I can't remember if she did. I haven't talked to Jack in quite a long time. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, it's your business, and if all that happened, okay. I mean, it happened, but it's whatever her thing is, it might not be because of bipolar. Of course she's not over Sam yet. She's not over him, she's still with him, she lives with him. And I'm pretty sure they probably still do things if they're going through a separation phase. They're not even separated yet to take steps to go through the phase. I don't know. I would say to be on the safe side, ask her what she wants and what she wants after her divorce. Oh. Alright. Only clue, well, she's been becoming pretty successful. And Sam has been kind of a piece of shit to her on and off, kind of crazy, weird shit. Like last time anything happened was Sam leaves her for another girl. Yeah, just like that. And he didn't really give a fuck. Yeah. So what I remember is, they got back together, then they got married. And now they're having more troubles because of Sam. Yeah, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's pretty much because of Sam. It's been because of Sam a lot of the time. Because Sam's kind of an asshole. Well, I get the smell from him when I smell it. But I don't know, you just leave your girlfriend on Valentine's Day for another girl. That's pretty fucked up. So, I just give her some time, man, and just keep talking to her. I didn't know nothing. Yeah. Well, just see what happens. Don't worry about the past. Just worry about right now, I guess. It's alright, Bob. I'm gonna go. I've been streaming a Battlefield 1 game, trying to practice on my sniping skills. Yep. Yeah, for sure. Alright, later, Bob. Bye. Okay. 11:35. Let's continue the gestation of the path. So, putting the phone call aside. Tell you what, I'm not. It's none of my business to begin with, and I don't want to get into that stuff. I don't really get into people's business when I don't need to. I honestly don't need to. And I don't want to know about that stuff where one of my friends is going after one of my other friends, and then they were supposed to hang out, and it wasn't a hangout, it was more like a date. But I'll tell you what, none of it's my business. So, I'm just gonna keep away from that. Oh. All I said was, well, no, let's just not do it. I'm going to get into this game. I'm gonna make this my last session. Sorry I was away.
Hey, soldier.
Halfway there. We need to push harder.
Fuck. Tell you what, situation I talked about though, I don't think it's gonna happen the way Bob wants it to happen. I'm just gonna say that. Well, if it does, good for him, you know, but I don't even know where he was. Well, that's to say, I don't know if Bob's situation is gonna work out for him, but oh, I shot him. I don't really. Oh man, I don't know. Sorry, I've been drinking coffee this morning. Three times. Focus.
The enemies have almost won.
I don't care. I don't know where these guys are. I'm just running around in circles.
Damn it! I see an enemy soldier! I'm looking right at an enemy soldier. of their soldiers sighted! Look out! Enemy medic right over there!
Oh, there he is. He's gonna get my ass whooped because I just... He was right there. Sorry, guys.
Our side have struck first. The enemy is in the lead. Our side is in the lead.
I can't get him. Well, I don't think... Well, this is... Oh, fuck, man. I just don't want to talk about that stuff. I'm trying to not talk about it.
Our side is in the lead. The enemy is in the lead. Our side is in the lead. Our side is in the lead. Our side is in the lead. The enemy is in the lead.
Oh, I got somebody with a bomb. Oh yeah, man. Fuck, it just spawns me in a fight.
Enemy medic there!
Return to the combat area.
This way!
Fucking shit, sure is. I should have had the guy.
Halfway there, we need to push harder.
Damn it.
That's an enemy medic. Yeah.
Damn it.
The enemies
Man,
have
that was
lost
cool.
one.
I fucking 15-7. I am whooping ass. I am whooping ass.
The scout, do you see him?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see where Scotty. One more. Let's see what time it is. 12:01. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be my last match on Battlefield 1. Where is my fucking... my wallet? I'm gonna turn off my phone and let it charge.
Our side have struck first.
Damn it.
The enemy is in the lead.
Where are you up to? You need it here!
Return to the combat area.
Damn.
Okay, lad, eyes on me. Okay, let's go, let's go.
Our side is in the lead. Our side is in the lead. The enemy is in the lead. The enemy is in the lead.
What? These guys are out of the map. I'm out.
The enemy is in the lead.
I think I'm at, yeah. If you guys notice that guy's out of the map. I didn't see him, and he was shooting at me from way up there on the mountain cliff. I can't stand people fucking glitching, man. Uh-oh, get out of here, man. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys later.